Hey guys, the one and only, and today I'm going to be doing a tier list ranking all the guns I've ever owned from when I first started Airsoft to now. If you have any video ideas for me and you want to get a shout out, go to my last video where you can let me know. Also remember to like the video, it's free and it helps more people see my videos. Now, let's get on with the video. The first gun I've gotten is a Springer pistol. I don't know the exact brand or name of the Springer I got, so I'll just be calling it a Springer. When I first got it, I remember loving it since it was my first Airsoft gun. It was kind of crappy though. I still have it and it works fine. The magazine is starting to wear out a bit, but other than that, it works fine. The range is a little questionable, and because the Springer is very slow to fire. But judging on how it would work at an airsoft field, I would not recommend it. If you want to start with an airsoft gun and you are going to only be shooting in your backyard with or against your friends, I'd recommend it. For an airsoft field though, I'm going to have to give it an F tier. The next is the GameFace Tommy drum gun. This was the first gun I've ever gone to a field with. For when I used it, it worked great. It was decently accurate, shot at 250 FPS, which was kinda low, but for $60 it was pretty solid. It also came with a 750 round magazine, which is huge, so I could just spray and pray with it. It was also pretty accurate. The only con is the trigger response and fire rate. The manual said you shouldn't use a higher battery than 8.4 volt, which sucks because it had a lot of battery space. It was pretty nice and I got a lot of hits with it. I'm going to be giving it a C tier. The next gun I got was the Falkor Beretta ARX 160. It was about $90. This gun was great while I was able to use it. Fast fire rate with a 9.6, great range, 370 FPS, and it was very comfortable to hold. The main con for me was when I first got it with the iron sights, you could not fold them down, and they were very cluttered, so you could barely see through them. I was kind of an idiot though, and I put my magazine in when the door was open to fill the BBs. Then the BBs got all up in the gun and the gearbox and destroyed everything internally. So don't do that, but yeah, this gun was pretty great. I'll give it a B. Then for my birthday, a couple months later, I got a Cybergun Scar. This was about $200. I actually still use this gun. It has a surprising amount of range, which is great because I use it outdoors. It has about the same FPS as the ARX, which is 370, and the trigger response is pretty snappy. It also is very comfortable to use since it has 6 different stock positions. It also has a lot of battery space, so you could probably fit a 11.1 volt battery if you get a MOSFET. I've had this gun for more than 6 months now, and I haven't had any issues with it yet. For that reason, I'm putting it in A tier. A little while after that, I got an e-bike mystery box. With this, I got 2 guns. The first gun I got was the King Arms CAA licensed M4. This gun was pretty cool. The battery space was kind of rough, it was also very heavy, and it came with a bad magazine. Other than that, it was a pretty nice gun. It had clean iron sights, a solid FPS, good range and accuracy, and good trigger response. It looks kind of stale and standard. I'm going to be putting it in B tier. The second gun I got from the mystery box was an Arikan Type B pistol by Emg. It had a very slick golden look, and you could spam the trigger very fast. The recoil on the pistol wasn't too bad either. It wasn't very gas efficient though, which is a huge con for me because sometimes when I'd be shooting, the magazine would just empty out super fast, or sometimes the gas would shoot out at me and it would not feel so good. But anyways. Also, the FPS and accuracy wasn't very sharp either. I'm not a huge fan of gas guns, so it could just be preference. I'm going to put this in C. Sadly, it wasn't that great, which sucks because it looks awesome. One of the guns I received for Christmas was the Umarex Trishot shotgun. This was the first shotgun I've ever owned, and to be honest, I was kind of disappointed. Yes, it did shoot 3 BBs at once, which was really cool, but with a fixed hop up, limited range, a pump that's almost impossible to pull back while standing up, it just wasn't that good. It also uses shells that can be a pain to reload. The only positive I can really give this gun is the Trishot and FPS, but other than that, I would not recommend this. There are way better guns you can get for $100. I'm going to put this gun in D tier. The final gun on this list, and my favorite one I have so far, is the Emg Falcor Blitz. This gun cost me about $300 and is definitely worth it. The trigger pull is so light, and combined with top of the line trigger response for a stock gun, it makes it very easy to spam the trigger. It also has a very fast fire rate, good range and accuracy, and basically locked at 320 FPS, which is great for indoor play, which is where I use the gun. I also just installed the gauge tighten into the gun, so I'll make a video on me using that and programming that probably in about a week or two. I know APS has a bad rep, but personally I love this gun. I was blown away from its performance. Now with that all out of the way, I'm going to be giving this gun an S tier. And that's the video. If you made it through the whole thing, make sure to like the video. Also subscribe if you play Airsoft and want to stay caught up with all my content.